Okay, we're back again for another part for Love at First Sight. Okay, let's start this up. The next day, Saturday. On the days when we don't have school, I usually go hang out with Tomo and Akeme. Today, though, it seems Akeme is busy, so instead I'm at Tomo's house, browsing through his books. Tomo has a minor collection of pretty interesting manga and novels, and it's not too unusual that we'd hang out in his room every now and then. Is Akeme still doing things with her club? Ballet club, right? No, she's at a birthday party for some third-year student she knows. Man, she's got a big network of friends. Yeah, she's pretty friendly. I will say that. She is definitely a friendly person. It's good she's both adventurous and kind-hearted. She does have that kind of personality, but she's also pretty, and she's good at studying and sports. That's probably what makes her so popular. I will say that she is a little cute. The character design I think is alright. She's a little cuteness to her. Probably. Isn't she bothered by that? If she is, I've never heard her say so. As usual, he doesn't go into detail. The fact that he only replies with such a non-committal answer is aggravating, so I try to probe him for more. Aren't you two going out? Oh my! Oh. So he's always... his answer's probably going to be like, no, we're just friends. I bet you that's the answer. It's just, we're friends, that's all. And apparently, he has thought that maybe they were going out. What's that supposed to mean? No, I'm not mocking you or anything. The way you two are so close, I honestly thought you were going out at first. We've just known each other for a long time. Do you want to? Who cares? Anyway, what about you? It looks like you've got a crush on your own. It's pretty unusual for Tomo to change the topic so bluntly, like that. Pointing that out might be bad, though, so I let it slide. Yeah, the one-eyed girl. You seem to like the one-eyed girl. How can you think I have a crush on Akeme? Ha 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 ha. I knew it. He thought he was just saying Akeme. Not her. Don't you have a thing for the one-eyed girl in first-year classes that you're trying so hard to become friends with? I mean, it seems like it. You know, it seems like he has something for her. Or something. I mean, maybe he really just wants to become friends with her or something. Or maybe there's something that he just doesn't understand himself, that maybe it's more than that. You mean Sachi? Indeed, getting close to the girl with no friends who's bullied at school. If you're not doing it out of Akime's levels of random kindness, poking your nose into that girl's business is only going to cause trouble. What are you trying to achieve? Do you have a crush on her or something? That's... No. Come to think of it, I've never considered why I wanted to get closer to Sachi so badly. That's what I was thinking. You never really thought to yourself, you know, why do I? Why? Maybe you really do kind of like her. The whole entire love at first sight type of idea. Maybe I just got involved because I pitied her, like Tomo said, rather than out of the kindness of my heart. I guess you don't even know why, even know yourself. Feeling uneasy with the silence I've created between us, I blurt out the first thing that comes to my mind. You are probably right. I suppose there was no need to answer like that, though. So, anyway, what's going on with her? Oh, I ended up walking back to her house with her, so I could give her the manga all at once. to her house. That's pretty, daring. After that, I tell him about the time I've spent with Sachi so far. Even though I was a little hesitant when I started, as I go on telling Sachi's story, I reflect on it all and realize I've actually been having a good time. It's not like we did anything especially fun. I have enjoyed talking with her. Still, am I really doing this because I have some kind of crush on her? That's a good question. A question that we don't know the answer to, but it could be it. You also do seem like a very nice person, so maybe you just, as you thought, maybe you pitied her and you thought, oh, she needs a friend. I would like to become her friend. But I feel like that's not an easy question to answer, so I try to shake it from my mind. Sound like I need an answer right now anyway. Do you really need an answer to why you want to become friends with someone? I mean, if you have it in yourself that you want to become friends with someone, unless you have some weird ulterior motive or something, like money or fame or something like that, then maybe. But since you don't really know the answer, I doubt it's anything bad. You know, your motive is bad. Okay. Ooh, another day. Monday, the beginning of school week. I normally have to drag myself out of the house, my brain heavy with gloom and drowsiness, but today I'm feeling a little different as I walk down the street. Got a little pep in your walk? Usually I make a beeline towards school, but instead, I'm straying from my normal path to take another nearby street there. Are you hoping to, cross paths with Sachi? It's not like it's a big loss of time, but since the fastest way to school is to go straight ahead from my house, I don't normally use this road. Of course, it's not like I'm just choosing to go this way for no reason. I can go faster if I take streets without many people on them. You probably chose this way to bump into Sachi. You want to see Sachi. You want to see her. Now that you know where she lives, you kind of have an idea of what path she might take to walk to school. You're hoping that you'll cross paths and go, I didn't expect you here. And then you can walk together and have conversation and whatever else. And of course, even if it's unlikely, I thought that if I go this way, I might bump into Sachi. Is that it? As I walk on, I see a figure ahead of me. Is it Sachi? The torn uniform, the messy hair, the slim build, and of course, the bandages on her head. There's no mistaking who it is in front of me. Sachi. I knew it. That was his objective. He wanted to bump into Sachi. This guy, he definitely, I think, has a crush on her. I speed up to catch her and nudge her shoulder. That would probably surprise her. I mean, someone all of a sudden coming up behind you and then nudging you. You'd be like, oh! Hey, morning. Sachi turns toward me with a startled look on her face. No doubt from my sudden appearance. I guess should I have expected that kind of reaction? Yeah, I thought she would. I mean, you nudged her. She seems to be the type of person who doesn't really socialize, so she's not going to expect someone to go, hey, all of a sudden. Ah, Mamoru-senpai, why are you here? Hey, sorry for sneaking up on you. My house is right near here. I mentioned that, didn't I? The route I normally take is just one street over. Oh, really? Yep, and I took the street hoping I'd see you. I didn't think I'd actually would, though. Do you mind if I walk to school with you? No. Doesn't really show in her expression, but I think I hear a little excitement in her voice. Might just be my imagination, though. How was your weekend? Did you read some of the manga I lent you? Oh, yes. I've already finished parts of the 2 series you lent me. Both of them are really good. Her tone is uncharacteristically lively. She's wearing a cheerful expression I've never seen until now. but her good mood kind of rubs off on me too. I'm glad that. I thought I should return the books I'm already finished with, so I brought them with me today. I said you could take your time, didn't I? Are you sure? Of course. What should I give you next? Oh, actually, which of those did you like best? Both were good, but I like this one the best. The one with the boy who can see ghosts. As we continue walking and talking about the manga contents, the school comes into view. Sachi has fairly talkative on the way here, holding an actual conversation with me. Carrying all the manga for her was definitely worth it if it makes her that happy. We're already here, huh? I usually walk to school alone, but this is more fun. Hey, talking to people, having a conversation, and I mean, you got nothing better to do. It definitely would be more fun, more interesting. Not so the boring walk. Me, I drive to work every day. Or not every day, but the days I have work, that is. And yeah, and not much really happens. I just drive. So going to and from work is a part of my life every day that I have work. That literally, like, nothing happens. So it's like a part of my day is wasted just to get to and from work. Nothing gets done. Nothing happens. It's just me transporting myself from one location to another. Now, if I take public transportation, I could actually probably get things done. Because then I don't have to concentrate on driving. Then I can, like, read a book, play a game, do multiple things. But no, none of that shit around where I live, no. I live too far away from my work. Yeah. While we were walking, she was still keeping her eye out for people, but I noticed that she was mostly focusing on me. As we enter the school where there are more prying eyes, however, she starts keeping her head down and walking on the side of the path to try to stay out of sight. Isn't there at least some way I can help her feel more comfortable? If I have time, I think I'll take the same street again today. If we're lucky, maybe we can go home together again. As long as you don't mind, that is. I don't mind or anything. I like being able to talk with you, senpai. She looked happy. Really? I'm glad to hear it. Oh, I need to change my shoes. One sec. Right, me too. Looking ahead, Sachi suddenly slows her pace and hides behind me as much as she can. Like she's trying to disappear. I shift my gaze in the direction she was looking and see a lone girl passing in front of the first year shoe rack. That must be the bully. This girl must be the bully. She kinda looks like a meanish look to her. She looks like she would be an attractive girl, but she has a mean look to her though. Her hair is dyed blonde, and she's wearing a short skirt. Even though we're away from her, I can see the sour look on her face. She does look pissed. And I doubt that Sachi here has, hanging out with someone. She's not going to be happy with that. She's probably going to be like, how dare you make friends with someone? You're going to get it now. Wait, is that the Sotokawa girl? I ask this quietly as I look over my shoulder while still trying to keep Sachi hidden. You know her? No, I've only heard rumors about her. As I'm working out how to talk about this with Sachi, the bell rings. The girl who I'm pretty sure is Sotokawa hears it and heads to her class. It's a good thing we were in a hurry. We just barely missed her, as it is. It looks like she's already gone. Sachi, you need to get going too, don't you? Sachi probably doesn't want to continue this line of conversation. I make sure Sotokawa's definitely gone, and with a sigh of relief, nod to Sachi. Oh, yeah, right. Let me join you for lunch again. See you later. Okay, see you. So, that was the infamous Sadakawa Rui. Huh. Since I have never actually talked to her, I can't say for sure, but I can tell just from looking at her that she has an aggressive personality. Yeah, she definitely looks like the design of the character, they kind of made her, not look like the best person, not the nicest person. Making friends with Sachi is good and all, but I should probably find out what I can about Sadakawa as well. Morning classes are over, and it's lunchtime now. However, it's only Tomo and me in the empty classroom today. I had planned on asking Tomo about Sadakawa, based on how scared Sachi was just from seeing her. There's no doubt in my mind that Sadakawa is the one bullying her. Wait, where's Akemi? She had some business in the faculty room. She should be here soon. I see. Perfect. Before she gets here, there's something I wanted to ask you. What's up? Well, first, if we only have until Akemi comes back, I probably won't be able to go into detail about much. I wanted to know about the girl you mentioned before, the first-year student. Sadakawa? As soon as we started talking about her, Akemi got really quiet, so I figured it'd be better to ask when she's not around. You said you've met her in the past. That's what you want, huh? Well, it's not like it's a secret. I suppose we met her 2 years ago, when Akemi and I were in our last year of middle school. Sadakawa transferred into our school. Since we were in different grades, we didn't meet her right away, but even back then she seemed like a violent person, and rumors soon made their way up to us. So then Akemi, with her model at the time being Love and Peace, went and tried to rehabilitate her. Oh, so maybe they don't have a very good, Akemi and this mean girl have a history. They maybe didn't have the best of relationship built in there. You got a nice girl, Akemi, and then you have a non-nice girl, the opposites. And you have the nice one trying to befriend the non-nice one. Probably didn't work out very well, did it? Somehow, I'm not surprised. Well, I didn't say that she succeeded. Sadakawa made fun of her, mercilessly, but even still, Akemi refused to give up. That girl's so damn stubborn. It finally ended when the two got in a nasty fight. No one tried to stop them? Well, I rushed to intervene, but it's not like Akemi just stood there and took Sadakawa's blows. Whoa, they actually got in a fist fight? Or a cat fight? Whew. It looked like Akemi lost her cool, and she fought Sadakawa with everything she had. That's not something I was expecting from her. Either would I. I mean, whew, that must have been some, to blow her cool like that. Whew. I wonder what the hell it was. What happened to her? It was not just a simple squabble. Akemi's always had good reflexes, and Sadakawa seemed to have had a lot of experience in fights. They kicked and punched, and naturally when they started using their knees and elbows, I had to stop them. I never would have guessed Akemi would be able to fight. Neither would I. Even I didn't know she could, and I've known her for a long time. I saw a side of her I never knew existed that day. Did Sadakawa say something to make Akemi so angry? Really? I think that when Sadakawa punched her the first time, she flipped a switch inside Akemi. I guess when Akemi snapped, she really snapped. So, after the fight, Akemi became really depressed and was a totally different person for a while. Because she didn't win. If I had to guess, I'd say that it wasn't because she lost. Rather, I think the fact that she couldn't change Sadakawa came as a huge shock to her. What do you mean? Akemi is really good at becoming friends with people. You have noticed that, haven't you? Yeah. No matter how gloomy or rebellious a person is, or how different their interests are to Akemi's, she can always find something to be friendly about, but Sadakawa was not having any of that. After that day, whenever she got depressed, it was because she had come in contact with Sadakawa again. That's also surprising. Kimmy always seems like the type to look forward no matter what. Well, the older Kimmy was a real wimp, at least. If she could try to make up with Sadakawa at some point, I think that might cheer her up. But those two are like oil and water. And I can't force her to do that. No one can. I suppose it's best to not talk about Sadakawa in front of her, then. Unless she brings it up herself. Then yeah. I think that's wise. At least until she has a change of heart. I think Akime will find her own way to deal with it. Think so? Yeah. It seems like you might want to ask around about Sadakawa and Sachi's relationship. If you want, I could try asking around. See what people say. Recent information about Sadakawa might be more use to you than information about her past. Really? Yeah, that'd be useful information to have. I appreciate your help. I guess both of us are helping Sachi out in our own ways, even if Tomo's not directly involved. I know I can rely on him for this, especially since he has a lot more connections than I do. Akimi and I will gather any info we hear. Sadakawa's... well, whoops. Whoopsies. Wrong button. One victim and one tormentor. They wouldn't stand out too much. Most of the students outside of their classes probably don't know anything about it. Whatever the other students and the teachers think, I doubt they know the whole story, even if they suspect what's going on. They'll most likely turn a blind eye to it, since no one wants to get involved in that. So, in other words, as it stands, no one's going to lift a finger to help Sachi. Precisely. That's kind of stupid. I mean, if you think something's going on, at least the instructors, the teachers, should, go the higher up. I don't know how these type of schools are run, but also might be a societal difference. But I think, someone should say something to someone who's in a position of power. And they're the ones who would have to deal with something. Or at least investigate it, type of thing. Like, okay, it looks like there might be bullying here. Something's definitely wrong here. I mean, it is almost clear as day that something's wrong here. So, investigate it. The truth will come out at some point. Watch. Pay attention. You don't have to mention anything. Just watch. Observe. And the truth might finally come out and you might actually see it. Then you can actually do something about it. Because then now you know what the heck's going on. If you're not going to do anything, it's better than not doing anything. Because now you're learning, and then you can finally hit the point where, okay, now we can do something. Because now it has been witnessed, and you know the truth, and you know what's going on. Well then, if no one else is involved, resolving this shouldn't be too hard. However the other students think of Sachi, I'm pretty sure they'll turn as a blind eye to your help her as they have to Sadakawa abusing her. If Sadakawa's the only one bullying her, I think I should be able to get her to stop. That's assuming she doesn't have any friends in on it with her, of course. You probably could, but I doubt it'll go smoothly either way. Sachi has me, and I have you guys. We'll definitely work something out. I hope so. He kind of has that shucks, aw, you're relying on me kind of look on his face. Oh, look at who it is. Coming in. Sorry I'm late, guys. Kimmy calls out as she barges into the room, her loud voice disturbing the calm of the classroom. I'm starving. Wait, you two haven't eaten yet. Could it be that you were waiting for me? Energetic and be like, oh, you guys were waiting. Oh, yes. You guys care so much. Oh, right. I forgot about my lunch. Aw, she looked a little down a little bit right there. So, you weren't waiting for me then. What should I do? If I take my time eating now, I won't have time to go see Sachi. Why don't you eat over there? You've become good enough friends with her, haven't you? But Kimmy just got here. I was late today, so don't worry about it. Just hurry up and introduce me to Sachan already. Fine, I get it, but thanks for everything, guys. Everything? Akame, who hasn't been part of the conversation until now, tilts her head in confusion. Yeah, everything. Anyway, I'm going. Hey. Oh, she got a happy face on her. Oh, Mamoru-senpai, hello. Since I didn't eat part of my lunch, I'm able to meet Sachi a little earlier than last time. As I arrive, I see something unexpected. At first, she's surprised to see me, but her surprise soon becomes joy as a smile begins to bloom on her face. Well, whatever your original plans were of, wanting to befriend her, you seem to have made her happy. Added something for her to look forward to from her day-to-day, which you added some array of light, I guess you could put it, in her life. Instead of having to feel down that she's a one-eyed freak, type of thing, that's getting bullied and no one cares type of thing. Until now, she's always had a downcast look about her. Does that smile mean she likes hanging out with me? I did manage to eat lunch before I came. Do you mind if I eat here? I don't mind, it's fine. Once again, I sit down in the same place on the steps. Huh? Sachi, where's your lunch? I already put away my lunchbox. For some reason, she looks away from me as she replies. Lunch break only started a little while ago, so it wouldn't be strange if she was still eating when I got here. But I don't see her lunchbox anywhere. She is, however, holding one of the manga I let her borrow, and seems to have been rereading it. I start to feel a little uneasy. Even if she finished eating, she should still have her lunchbox around, at least. Oh no, did the bully steal it? Where's your lunchbox? Oh, that. Actually, I forgot my lunchbox today. Aw, you didn't have to lie to him about that. At least you told the truth. You're like, I'm sorry. I lied, I didn't bring it. Ah, no, I'm starting to understand. I'm also starting to understand that she's a terrible liar. Was it that Sadakawa girl? Huh? Why? Bingo. What happened? Well... I'll wait for an answer, but none comes. It seems she doesn't want to talk about it. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. But you haven't had anything for lunch, right? As I study Sachi's troubled face, I realize she thinks I'm blaming her. That'll make this harder to deal with. I can tell from Sachi's reaction to Sadakawa's name that whatever happened is definitely that girl's fault. Of course, even if she tells me what happened, it's not like I can do anything about it right now. I should worry about what's going on in front of me. No, but I'm fine really. I wasn't that hungry anyway, and I usually don't eat that much in the first place. And that's not really the issue though. Can't you buy something at the cafeteria? I can lend you some money if you need it. You don't. It's fine. I'm okay, really. For once, Sachi actually has some force in her voice. Since she's refusing to let me buy her lunch, she probably won't let me give her part of my own lunch either. But you might as well just offer anyways. Alright. Wait. I've got my lunch. Do you want some of that? Ooh, look at her. Her eye got a little, opened a little more. Ooh, reaction. Huh? No. You really don't have to. I said it's fine. I don't eat too much either. And besides, sitting here next to you and eating while you watch would be really rude, even if you don't want any food yourself. I move next to Sachi and open my lunchbox. For a moment, I worry that she'll try to avoid me like she did the first time I sat next to her, but she doesn't do anything like that. She just looks a little uneasy. Are you sure? She still seems reluctant, but as she turns to face me, her stomach lets out a pitiful growl. I know she's just trying to be polite, but she really can't hide how hungry she is anymore. Oh, I think her face turned red a little bit. It's a little harder to tell with that big eye, but I think I see it right under right here. Just ignore that, She hangs her head, ashamed of her rumbling stomach. But she's still not ready to give in. Oh, you gonna feed her? Oh, look at that! I know she's not going to relent on her own. So, I pick a small piece of fried egg out of my lunchbox with my chopsticks and hold it up for her mouth. Come on, you're hungry, right? Wait, say Sachi looks back and forth between my face and the chopsticks as several seconds pass. But sure enough, she soon surrenders and opens her mouth. There. I stuffed a piece of egg into her mouth, and she starts chewing, her eyes shut tight. Do you like it? Yeah. Great. Next, open up. Oh, we're feeding her. Oh, look at her. She is embarrassed as hell, I bet. I present the next bite. I've gathered between my chopsticks to her. That's enough. I don't want you to have less food because of me. It's really no big deal. Well, as I watch Sachi meekly peck at the ends of my chopstick, I start to feel like a mother bird feeding its chicks or something. I can't help but think it's a little cute. That's enough, really. Keep feeding her, keep feeding her. For me, if I had this moment like this, and they're like, and she was like, no, I would keep going. More or less as a tease. You know, just teasing. You're like, I know this embarrasses you, so I'm gonna keep going. You're gonna get another one. Make it even more embarrassing to the chopsticks. Put it in your mouth, take a piece. You know, like an indirect kiss type of thing. And then, oh yeah. You might even make her even more embarrassed. Open wide. I almost feel like someone else is controlling my hand. Not that I'm about to stop them. You could at least let me eat by. Oh, whoa. I'm sure this is embarrassing for her. As I keep making her eat, I notice that her cheeks get redder and redder. I knew it. You're having fun with this, aren't you, man? She's so damn cute. I've already eaten half of your lunch. The rest is yours. She finally says, staring down at her hands. Sure enough, only half of my lunch is left. I suppose so. You're sure you don't want any more? Just eat your lunch. Sachi turns her flustered face away from me. Maybe I overdid it. Sorry, I get carried away. No, it's alright. I was happy that you fed me some of your lunch. Wait, I mean, not literally fed me. I mean, I was happy you shared your lunch with me. He did feed you. He literally, you know, took his food, put it in your mouth. You didn't eat any of it on your own. You didn't feed yourself. He did feed you. It's okay. I understand. I wasn't trying to be mean or anything. You were having fun. You liked it when you saw her embarrassed and blushing that way. You just wanted to see more. As you said, she looks so damn cute. I know. Anyway, thank you very much. Of course, no problem. I suppose I'll clean up the rest. As I'm about to start on what's left in my lunchbox, Sachi stares at the chopsticks. The indirect kiss thing, is that what she's now kind of embarrassed about? That was just in my mouth. Now it's gonna go in your mouth. Oh. I should have realized it sooner, but the chocolates I'm about to eat with are the same ones I used for using just a moment ago to put food directly into Sachi's mouth. I knew it, that's what it was. The indirect kiss that was in my mouth. Now it's going in your mouth. Oh no, it's like we kissed, oh my! Sorry, I forgot. That would have been kind of gross, huh? I see not the problem with it. Unless it was a gross person you were letting use it. No, I don't really mind, but if you think it's gross, it might be best to watch them. Don't worry about me though. I don't really care either. Actually, if you're okay with me using them, I'm gonna go ahead and eat. Sure. This has gotten a little awkward. I eat my food and try not to think about it too much. Even though I'm trying to focus on eating, I keep catching myself stealing glances at Sachi out of the corner of my eye. Sachi opens one of the manga as if to read it, but I notice that for some reason because she only has one, stays fixed on me as I eat my lunch. Whenever I look over at her, our eyes meet. Her cheeks are still red. Is she still embarrassed about my feeding her? Or is there another reason? Either way, it's getting really hard to focus on eating. Oh. Okay, I'm done. And as if on cue, the bell rings, marking the end of lunchtime. Already, huh? I guess we did take a while to eat. I guess so. Oh, let me give you back the manga I borrowed. I brought all the ones I finished. Cool. I'll pick on the next ones in the series for when I see you again. Thank you. I gather up my empty lunchbox and the manga and start heading down the stairs to my classroom as Sachi follows me. Hey, why don't we walk home together again after school? If it's not too much trouble for you. I mean, it's nice to have a friend who lives nearby. Sure, I'd be happy to. Her face lights up with genuine excitement. Even though we've only known each other for about a week. I don't know how we ended up doing things like going to and from school and eating lunch together. But if it makes Sachi happy, why should I care how it happened? Well, you kind of, in a way, forced a lot of it to happen, you know, for the most part. You wanted to get to know her, and you kind of just put yourself there, and a lot of the other stuff just started to happen from there. Most of all, if being together makes her happy, then I'm happy too. Aww. Dun, 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 dun. School's almost over. As I return to my classroom after lunch, I realize something. I'm happy that we promised to go home together, but we never chose a place to meet before we parted ways. We could always just meet at the front gate. I mean, if you didn't choose a place, I guess that'd be the easiest way, because I guess that if that's the only way out of the area, it'd be the best way to meet them if you didn't plan on it, because they're gonna have to pass by either way. If I wait by the gates like last time, she'll probably come by, but Sadakawa might also be around. Maybe I should take a peek into their classroom instead. Okay. You wait for her at the classroom. Oh, that's like really intimate right there. It must be spreading a couple little rumors right there if you do that. Wait at the classroom for her. And as I'm trying to decide, the bell rings, finally signaling the end of the day's classes. I take my bag and hurry towards Sachi's classroom. I rush down the stairs, but as I reach the first floor, I can see that the first years are already filling out into the hall, and I quicken my pace towards Sachi's classroom. In the moment I step in front of one of the classroom's doors, someone flies out onto me. The impact knocks us both off balance, and just as she's about to go down, I reflectively reach out and catch her. Oh no. Who is it? Is it Sachi, or is it the angry girl? It has to be one of those two. For some reason, I'm thinking it might be the angry girl. Sadakawa, I think is her name again. Everything okay? No, no, it's Sachi. Okay, whew. I thought they might do a little weird spin here, and his first conversation with the angry girl will start off on a bad foot. Like, she'll be like, "Why the hell are you banging into me, you stupid, whatever the hell, you stupid beast." Excuse me, senpai. The student who just flew into my arms, and who I am now holding on tightly, is none other than Sachi. We stare at each other in astonishment. Oh, and look at who else is here. Oh my. Then I see another student behind Sachi, who is also looking on in astonishment. Sadakawa Rui. Did she push Sachi out the door? I wonder. Well, this kind of sucks that they're in the same class. Now I know she's the reason Sachi had no lunch today. Whoa! Look at that angry look on her face. They even gave her little fangs. Look at her. I think she even the other side looks like a little bit. At least right there I see a fang. She looks pissed. Holy shit. She jealous. She jealous of you. Sadakawa's surprised expression soon turns angry. She glares at me menacingly as she starts to speak. Oh no, she's gonna say something? Alright. I'm gonna try to give her an angry, voice. I don't know how well I'll do. Who the hell are you? Some upperclassman? Yeah, second year. But she doesn't let this get in the way of her anger. Oh, really? Then what are you doing on the first year floor? Came to see Sachi. For a moment, Sadakawa looks surprised again, as she sizes to us up. Oh. Sachi regains her balance as she separates herself from me. Then she takes a step back, retreating from Sadakawa's presence. She's not trying to run away, though. Is it because I'm here? Her eye darts back and forth nervously. Oh, her? Are you starting a freak show, senpai? Oh my, she is mean. If you think it's okay to force your friends into freak shows, you're really messed up. That's really pitiful. The girl's more prickly than I imagined. Naturally, my insult just annoys her more. I'm not sure if that actually got to her or not, but she pins a hostile glare on me. Holy shit, man. I think this girl is going to double time on Sachi now. Because she has more ammunition. Ooh. She's going to be saying shit. Oh, yes, well, excuse me. She really doesn't have any talents to display, and dressing her up as a clown would only disgust people. Of course, you are right. The insecurely polite words that Sagato spits at me are dripping with venom and malice. If this is what made Akemi snap, I don't blame her. I think she's more suited to the role of a heroine than a clown. Her? At best, this one-eyed thing that looks like it stepped out of a fairy tale will become more wretched beggar on the streets. Yeah, maybe she did step out of a fairy tale. If I had to guess, I'd say it was Cinderella. Oh my, she's definitely plagued by something like an evil stepsister. You know that story, don't you? Oh, that's a good joke. But if you're casting parts, I think I'd rather be the fairy godmother who turns the pumpkin into a carriage. Making Cinderella get run over by a carriage would be a pretty neat twist, don't you think? Our verbal duel continues for a while. She's wearing a vicious grin on her face, but the fire in her eyes grows hotter and hotter, and I can feel the heat in her stare. I refuse to look away, however, and it feels like the friction of our clashing gazes might set the whole hallway ablaze. So they still, while I thought that, maybe she was going to be the one falling out of the classroom and into him. It was close. She was behind Sachi, so their first conversation was still not on very good first steps. very good first meeting. It's an argument. Senpai. Sachi tugs on my sleeve, pulling me back into reality. Several students seem to have gathered around us to watch our fight. It's a verbal fight. It's more like an argument. An argument about nothing? It's just spitting shit at each other. What is this argument about? I don't know. She started it. Here I am, a lone second-year student in front of the first-year classrooms, completely out of place. I should not be drawing this much attention to myself. Sorry. Let's go, Sachi. I take Sachi's hand and turn my back to Sadakawa. Oh, she doesn't like that! You're ignoring her! She don't like that! Look at that fierce! Look at that face! She gonna freaking kill you, man! I'm still pissed. I want to turn around and go after her again, but Sadakawa stays quiet. Sometimes you gotta be the more grown-up one. And just... because the argument is going nowhere. It's just an argument about nothing. Just be the more adult one and just walk away. Because this argument is literally about nothing. Okay, I think that would be a good place to end it. We just got done with the freaking argument. We got to meet. We actually had a conversation with the... whatever her name is. Sadakawa. I always forget her name. I don't know why they say that her... I believe that's her last name. I think Rui is her first name. Because, I believe that's how it positions is. I could be wrong. Sometimes that shit confuses me at times. Okay, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. We'll see what happens next. They're walking home now, so we've left the school. We'll see what the next day in the continued conversation. I did like that lunch part, though. That was fun watching her be embarrassed like that. And then him feeding her. That was cool. But I will continue this again. Hopefully you enjoyed today. Feel free to leave a comment. If you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of these and other videos, feel free to subscribe. In the description box, I'll also have a link to my other channel, as well as a link to my blog if you want to check that out. And again, guys, thank you for watching this, and you all have a great day.